Massive shout out to Blazing Boost for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are struggling to get any Destiny content, so that goes for exotics, armor, anything you guys want in the game, Blazing Boost can provide. And I've actually got you guys a discount code of 10%, so make sure you check out the link in the description and the pinned comment for that 10% off. Now, the feedback I've had from my audience and the feedback over on their reviews, they do also have a 5-star Trustpilot review with over 9,000 reviews. So if that doesn't say something, I don't know what does. So check them out. Like I said, link in the description, and let's jump straight into today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you a replacement for the Recluse. Now, if you guys don't know what the Recluse is, basically it was the best PvE SMG in the game for a long time, and pretty much the best PvE weapon, maybe of all time, I would even go to say. And to be honest, ever since it got sunsetted, so you can't really use it for high-end activities, there hasn't really been a replacement. So I've been farming some SMGs and I've decided that this one I'm going to show in today's video is the best replacement. It's still not as good, guys. I don't want to say it's better, but trust me, it's the closest you're going to get realistically to the Recluse if you've never had it or want an SMG similar to it. But before we do start, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, because I know a lot of you have been subscribing recently, but I also know a lot of you haven't sort of subbed but still watch the videos. So make sure you hit that sub button, turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. And a quick shout out to my Discord. There'll be a Discord link in the description. I'm trying to get it more active. Currently we have around about 250 members, so let's try and push that to at least 1,000 by the end of the year if we could get to that. And I just want to wish everyone a new year as we jump into the first video of the year. But with that said, let's jump into what we do have. So I've tested out a few SMGs, guys, and the one that I have found to be very good, and I've had to farm this for a long time, you may be laughing because it is the Kelos SMG. Now, the role I've got is pretty much my god role personally. Now, there are a few roles. I put the roles up on screen what you can get. So I think you can get surrounded instead of tap the trigger. So that is the only one I'd change if I could, I suppose. But for me, I prefer tap the trigger. So it sort of depends on what you guys prefer. But this role that I do have comes with chambered, compensator, accurized rounds, subsistence, and tap the trigger. Now, subsistence, what it does is kills partially reload the magazine from reserves, but reserve capacity is reduced. Now, this basically means you can fire it for so much longer. Now, one thing I do struggle with is SMG stability. So what I have got on this is a stability masterwork and tap the trigger. Now, to be honest, you don't really need anything, so I just put up a backup mag on this. And trust me, this thing absolutely shreds. Like I said, it's not as good as a Recluse, but it's the closest we're going to get to in Beyond Light. And as you can see, it's a 750 per minute. Now, I tried the new one, and obviously I tried the Huckleberry, but that's exotic. And for me, this is definitely the closest replacement we can get to actually getting it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this weapon in action over on the moon. And let's see how actually well it performs, and I'm going to give it some tips and some negatives, obviously how it compares to the Recluse. Right, so we've jumped over to the moon. I'm going to test it over on the Altars of Sorrow, because I think that's the best way to test it at the minute, because there's a lot of ads to show how good this weapon is at ad clearing. Now, as you can tell, the recoil, I just want to show you how good this thing actually is with tap the trigger. Like, this thing doesn't move, it is a laser beam, and that is why I've built this sort of on being a laser beam. Now, the subsistence really kicks in as well when obviously there's a lot of enemies and you can kill them quickly. Now, you will have to reload, so you may want to throw on a few reload perks, but trust me, I'm going to make a PvE build on this weapon as well, probably in the next video or a few videos after that, and show you this in a build and how crazy it can be. The only negative compared to the Recluse I can really think of is that it doesn't have that damage perk compared to the Recluse. Obviously we had that damage perk that gave off a lot more damage, but to be honest, for Beyond Light, this is definitely the best replacement. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are running. I'd love to know. So let's try and get some more ammo for this. but hopefully you can see how actually overpowered this thing melts. Especially on keyboard, you don't have to aim in at all, you simply just run it as you normally would an SMG. But yeah, this is why I think it's the best replacement at the minute, and I just thought I'd make a video for you guys that didn't know sort of what perks it can come with and what's the best to get for it. And if you've never used a Recluse, this is going to be the best, and if you have used it, let me know if it feels similar. Now you may be wondering, how do I get this Recluse SMG if you are a new player? But with Beyond Light dropping, this did get put into the loot pool, so you can access this from pretty much any activity. Like you can even get it from a bounty, I think, if we're the ones that drop gear, like your weeklies, even just an in-game drop, you can get this weapon. But if you really wanted to farm it, guys, I'd say the best way is probably like strikes from the end game, or even Crucible matches. I've had a few from there. So that is how to get this weapon. There isn't a certain way to farm it. Like I said, it's a random world drop, so it is quite easy to get. But for me, it took me a while to get the perfect role I wanted, which is this one. So just take that into consideration. This gun is very sort of decisive on the role you guys do get. But trust me, once you get a role you like, it's definitely like the Recluse in so many ways. The only downfall, like I said, is that it doesn't have that damage perk like the Recluse did, where it deals off a lot more damage. But the stability wise is probably better than the Recluse, and obviously it's the closest thing that we can get in Beyond Light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with some more gameplay, guys, and as always I will catch you in the next one. And also save this video, subscribe so you guys see the build I'm going to make with this SMG, so that I can show you how good this actually is in a proper build video. But as always, I will catch you in the next one.